pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Supervisors Retzloff and Bostrom are excused this evening, and Supervisor Bostrom had an emergency last night. He will be counted as excused also. Okay. Go ahead and move on. Do we have any citizen comments tonight? Citizen comments? Citizen comments? Any citizen comments? Seeing none, citizen comments are now closed. I have a couple announcements this evening. Right before the next board meeting on the 21st, the Human Services Department will have a quick meeting. They will probably meet downstairs on the second floor? Okay. Supervisor Gable says yes. Also, from Corporation Council, members of the Finance and Public Works Committees should have received an email today advising that there will be a special joint meeting of those committees on Tuesday, December 5th at 6:30, preceding the County Board meeting. This will be in the second floor committee room. If you have any questions, please see your email or talk to Corporation Council prior to that. That is all of mine. Any supervisor reports tonight? Supervisor Blau, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm just going to give a brief update. The Pringle Nature Center meeting that we had on October 18th. During the meeting, we got to meet a new staff member. Her name is Tracy Warwick, and she was hired as a part-time environmental educator in lieu of the interns that they had been having. They were having difficulty getting the positions filled. Ms. Warwick has a BS in Plant and Soil Science, a Master's in Environmental Education, and she led the educational programs at the Lake County Forest Preserve and coordinated field trips and curriculum at the Chicago Botanic Gardens, so she's highly qualified. And she was looking to step back to a part-time position. She's got kids, so the Pringle Nature Center opportunity came along, so she interviewed and was hired. They also had a visioning session. The board met on October 11th and discussed the corporate sponsorship program, which had stalled in recent months due to lack of interns to deliver the program information to the local businesses, so they're going to get that up and started again. They also discussed committee responsibilities for outreach, facilities, committee programs, and finance, and did a formal outline of what responsibilities are, who needs to fulfill them, any special events, ecosystem management plans, possible building expansion, and fundraising ideas. Also, in terms of fundraising, they are going to be part of the Heart of Canal Street charity drawing at Potawatomi Bingo on November 14th. And this is an opportunity to get funding for Pringle Nature Center. These funds are generated through special Canal Street bingo games and other promotions, with the proceeds going to 31 local charities, and the Pringle Nature Center is one of those charities. And I believe the naturalist is going to be up there with one other person from the board for the drawing on the 14th of November. They've had a couple of recent programs, the Halloween Candlelight Hike and the Fall Fun Fest 5K, for which they've had a great turnout. They're getting ready for their winter hours, and they have additional programs that can be seen on the website. And also, the Pringle Nature Center took second place in the Best of Kenosha News contest for West of the Eye for the best park and recreation area. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Supervisor Blau. Any other supervisor reports? Seeing none, we will move on.
Ordinance 20 from the Finance and Administration Committee, an ordinance to create Chapter 3.70 entitled Property Assessed Clean Energy Financing of the Municipal Code of Kenosha County. Rose, yes. Ron Frederick, yes. Esposito, yes. Retzloff, yes. Dodge, yes. Gens, yes. Kubicki, yes.
Supervisor Rose, you have the floor.
All right, thank you. I would move Resolution 20.
I have a first by Supervisor Rose and a second by Supervisor Ron Frederick. Supervisor Rose.
All right, thank you. My remarks this evening regarding ordinance number 20 are also applicable to what you have listed under resolution number 55. Both of these are required if you are going to support the idea of the entry into what they call the Property Assessed Clean Energy Commission, or PACE is the acronym here. So what is this all about? Wisconsin state statutes have authorized counties to band together in this form of this commission, and it's to encourage economic development. For example, if you had a company here in Kenosha and you had an older heating and air conditioning system, and you decided that you wanted to put a new high efficiency system in, you could come to this PACE commission. It would be composed of representatives of Kenosha County and other participating counties, and obtain a loan for that at a more favorable interest rate than you might otherwise be able to obtain in the commercial market. I say this is to encourage economic development. It's to encourage companies to remain in your locality. Well, we're not lending any money here. We're not putting our money at risk in either or any other counties. But they will go to private banks, and there are a number of banks that are going to be participating in this. Why is the county going to become involved in this? Because if there is a non-payment of the loan, it becomes a lien on the property, and it will be a little easier for them to collect. And that's why the state legislature has authorized counties to form this. I say our role is exclusively to authorize the lien on the real estate. So that's why we're urging you to support both of these items. One is the creation of the ordinance, which we do not have, and the other is to authorize the entry into this commission, which if we do, a representative will be appointed in that commission, will make the decision who obtains the loan from the various applicants. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Rose. Seeing no lights.
Roll call.
Roll call has been requested. Motion passes.
Policy resolution, second reading to required from the Finance and Administration Committee, a policy resolution 2018 Kenosha County budget. Rose, yes. Ron Frederick, yes. Esposito, yes. Retzloff, yes. Kubicki, yes. Gens, yes. Dodge, yes.
Supervisor Rose, you have the floor.
All right, thank you. I would move this policy resolution number 1, our 2018 Kenosha County budget.
I have a first by Supervisor Rose and a second by Supervisor Gens. Supervisor Rose.
All right, thank you. As I said last night, the committee approved this after a week's debate unanimously. We urge the support this evening. I reviewed the budget last night, and I think the debate should begin and the decision made. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Rose. Seeing no lights.
Roll call.
Roll call has been requested. Motion passes. Okay. Pardon? Okay. She'll fix it.
Moving on.
Yep, moving on.
Resolution 53 from the Finance and Administration Committee, an initial resolution authorizing the issuance of not to exceed $2,040,000 general obligation promissory notes for grants to the Kenosha Area Business Alliance. Rose, yes. Ron Frederick, yes. Kubicki, yes. Gens, Retzloff, yes. Esposito, yes. Gens, yes. Dodge, yes.
Supervisor Rose, you have the floor.
All right, thank you. I would move resolution number 53.
I have a first by Supervisor Rose and a second by Supervisor Dodge. Supervisor Rose?
Thank you. This is definitely an economic development resolution authorizing the Kenosha Area Business Alliance through these funds to seek out new manufacturers, new office buildings, economic development for Kenosha County as they have done so well in the past. The initial resolution is one which is good for 5 years, and I think that's well to keep in mind because it's $2,040,000, and that need not all be spent or bonded for in one single year, this year or next year, but rather it is good for up to 5 years. And I just want to emphasize that, again, this is not something that necessarily would be spent all in 1 year, but it does authorize the county to proceed with that bonding of $2,040,000 as needed. And it would be, again, exclusively for economic development.
Thank you, Supervisor Rose. Seeing no lights?
Roll call.
Roll call.
Wait till it passes.
Motion passes.
Resolution 53 from the Finance and Administration Committee, an initial resolution authorizing the issuance of not to exceed $13,100,000 general obligation promissory notes for budgeted capital projects, including road and highway improvements. Rose, yes. Ron Frederick, yes. Kubicki, yes. Retzloff, yes. Esposito, yes. Gens, yes. Dodge, yes.
Supervisor Rose, you have the floor.
All right, thank you. I would move resolution number 53.
I have a first by Supervisor Rose and a second by Supervisor Kubicki. Supervisor Rose.
This resolution is one which finances the budgeted capital projects which you've authorized in the 2018 budget. Please note the discrepancy between the $13,100,000 in this resolution and the pre-sale report from Ehlers on your desk of some $15,375,000. Let me just explain the discrepancy. The board has already authorized by other resolutions the difference, and that difference comes about from $2 million being bonded through $1.5 million last year for the computer update, $250,000 from a CABA resolution, and some $300,000 for a law enforcement bonding resolution, which included the fleet maintenance building, or fleet maintenance remodeling in the law enforcement building, as well as that sheriff's building that was much debated. So that's where the $15,375,000 comes from, because when you go to market, it will be all wrapped into one for the purposes of sale, and if this will finance all the capital projects which you previously authorized in the 2018 budget listed in the book. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Rose. Seeing no lights? Roll call has been requested. Supervisor Rose, Supervisor Gens. Oh, Supervisor Gens. Motion passes. What? Oh, that one required a 3/4 vote. Yes.
Point of order, he had said 53, but correct me, it's 54.
Oh, yeah, we should be on 54.
We are on 54.
Yeah.
That is 54.
Okay. No? Okay. All right, motion does not pass. Supervisor Ron Frederick.
Did I hear right that the motion didn't pass because we didn't have enough votes? Is
That
that
is correct.
so? Does that mean that all those roads in the west end won't be there won't be any money for any of them? Is that what that means? Because I'm looking at probably the
That
page
is
in
for
the
the
budget.
capital projects.
There's $3.5 million in there for Highway F, Highway W, C, E, and bicycle trails and stuff. So none of that's going to get done then, right?
That is correct.
Okay, that'll be good then. Okay, thank you. City taxpayers will be happy to hear that.
Supervisor Rose, did you have anything else?
No, not at this time.
Okay.
To reconsider this, if somebody wanted to change their vote, we need 18 votes.
Doesn't look like it. So we shall move on.
Moving on.
Yep, moving on.
Resolution 55. Oh, sorry.
I don't know.
I don't know if it's going to be good.
It was a plan.
Joe. We can't move on if Terry's in the back of the room, right?
Depends on where it's for.
Supervisor Gantz.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little ill. Could we take a 5-minute recess, please?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
5-minute recess.
They planned it. Of course they did. They knew they needed 2/3. They knew that they outvoted. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So none of the roads in our roads will be good. Yep. None of the roads in Kenosha County will get done this year, next year.
Thank goodness for Pleasant Prairie. Mine will be just fine. I don't go west end anyway, so.
Makes good fodder for the elections coming up. Yes, games people play.
I'm going to start the meeting again. And Supervisor Gens.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would like at this point to change my vote to no on the budget, please. I need to reconsider the whole thing. Well, this last vote, our bonding, which is in the budget. The resolution 54.
Please note that Supervisor Gens would like to change his vote.
Point of order, is that allowed
Yeah.
at this point?
Are you indicating your vote was incorrectly cast?
Yes.
He can certainly advise the clerk that the vote was incorrectly recorded.
And Madam Chair, while I have the floor, I'd like to table Resolution 54 until our next board meeting.
I'll second.
Who was that? Oh, Supervisor Altman did the second.
Point of order, out of order.
I will refer to Corporation Counsel on that one.
When you say out of order, what do you mean, Supervisor?
The resolution failed. You can't table it after it failed.
He's the majority of the no vote.
But he
He needs to move to reconsider. He needs to move to reconsider.
I think he did.
You did not make a motion to
Supervisor Gens, are you
reconsider.
moving to reconsider?
Yes, that was the first motion I made, to
No,
reconsider my vote.
Actually, yes, he did say that.
I said that.
he made a motion to change his vote, not to
You
reconsider.
don't have
his
to make a motion to change your vote.
Okay,
He made a motion to then reconsider his vote, or to reconsider the resolution.
no, he didn't.
Okay, Supervisor Gens.
I make a motion to reconsider my vote on Resolution 54.
No, you want to make,
Next meeting.
Yeah, I know. Well, no, I have to reconsider it now and vote no now.
state your point, Supervisor Ron.
My point of order is that the only one that can make a motion to reconsider is a person from the majority, which in this case is the four who voted no.
Correct.
Supervisor Gens voted yes.
But
He
then
can't change it. He can't change his vote.
Yes, he can.
No, he can't. He's got to be in the majority to change the vote. The majority are the four who voted against.
That's not correct.
Then explain it to me, because I'm missing something here, I guess.
Okay. Joe, do you want to explain it, or?
He's trying to change his vote so he can make a motion to reconsider. He's trying to bypass the actual rule. When the roll call was counted and he voted yes, that was okay until they realized it was the vote.
Supervisor Decker, you don't have the floor anymore. Supervisor Rose.
I think really there are three options. One, you can leave the vote as is. Two, someone who voted on the majority side, as he did, can change his vote to no and then move to reconsider resolution number 54, and we can take another vote. Or the third option is that we can adjourn, leaving the vote as is. The Finance Committee will meet again and come up with a different resolution and present it to you either at the next regular meeting, or I would suggest a special meeting, and you can figure that date and time out, but it would be fairly soon. And I promise that we would have a special Finance Committee meeting sometime next week. So those, I think, are the three options. But I think that he can certainly change his vote, as anybody can change their vote tonight, be it on the yes or no side, and then the can reconsider if they are part of the no votes.
That's correct.
I think those are the three options.
Supervisor Kubicki.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
I I have a first by Supervisor Kubicki and a second by Supervisor Ron Frederick. All in favor to adjourn, say aye. Aye. Opposed? We have one abstention, or one nay. Yep, we have another one. We're adjourned.
We even get.
We didn't.